So welcome to Next Gen Season 12, Ginetta Juniors in the GT5 car, sponsored by Emily Linscott. We are here in the deserts of Dubai for round number 4. We have the Dubai International layouts for tonight, and we have a full grid again of 16 cars. We are at night time as well, for good measure. So keeping your lights on your car is somewhat important. There is Shadowstalker. Currently though, the point standings are as follows. Boyraxa does lead coming into round 4, and he has 121 points. Following him is Adam Morris, his teammate, in second with 98. AMH Racing is on 86, with Jamie F30 on 75. Liam Thurso has 58, with NGR Fraser on 56. RS Jim has 52. Shockshaft with 39. Radovan 38, Yorkshire Stig in 10th with 36. Teals is on 35 with Cam123 Diz on 26. Shadowstalker DBS is on 23 with Sandwalk 3 on 22. Jeff Lep 69 is on 19 with Afcape on 18. Slider Gas is on 16. Stuck 1986 is on 12. Caesar 82 on 8. Mad Marshall rounds out in 20th place with just 1 point. But the drivers tonight are Shadowstalker DBS, RS Jim 77, Shockshaft, Kazo123 makes a return, Cop Marco in 5th, Radovan 80, Yorkshire Stig, Rocket JP, NGR Fraser, and GR Prosser, Sandwalk, oh good, Sandwalk 3, AMH Racing, Adam Morris, Boyraxa, Afcape, and the host Jamie F430. So quite a few away. Liam Thurston not here. Stuck 1986 isn't here. Tilbs isn't here either. So Norse Cam123 Diz, as we continue to watch. And the first times are coming in. Gaza currently setting the pace with a 150.3. Fraser has AMH now in second with a 151.2. Sandwalk as Rocket JP has, I think, disconnected. And goes Adam Morris. He's gone board last Jim for a quick lap here. Goes down the hill into this 90 degree right-hander, which goes further and further, that opens up into quite a fast right-hander. And it goes 90 left. It's quite sharp. Using all the road, get it back across for an open 90 right. Then down this massive straight. It is the biggest one on the circuit, I believe. Into a hairpin right. It's like the middle section of the real circuit, of the big layout almost. Runs to the left, up into another hairpin. See a lot of this lap taken at full throttle, really. And goes flicks right, down the hill, and go flat left. And then into this tightening left-hander. Starts off really tight, it just keeps going and going and going. Then now this will be flapped through this right-hander up to the finish line. After this open hairpin right, and then down the straight. And that is a lap with RSGEN round Dubai. But currently Adam Morris, your leading man at the moment, getting a nice draft off of his teammate. Speaking of teammates, this is how the team's standings shape up. If I can find it. There it is. So, Snukchuka Motorsport of Adam Morris and Boy Raxa currently lead on 219 points. A&L Racing, which is AMH Racing, and Liam at Thursday. There's AMH who's spun it at a weird place. They're currently second on 144. Reliable Rooftop Racing of Jamie F430 and RSGEN. They're currently in third place on 127. Fraser and Cam are on 82. Yorkshire Stig and Sandwalk 3. I believe that might be... no, there's not. SNP. They're on 58 with Afcape and Shockshaft, the On The Grass Racing boys, on 57. The Czech team are on 54 at the moment. I believe SB Racing should be on there, but not there yet. So it's RSGEN. We continue to watch him on this lap. Adam Morris still has that pole position with AMH Racing in 4th. There goes AMH. There's Jamie, I'm looking near the back of the pack. There's Prosser, currently in 10th, with Fraser in 9th. Shadowstalker DBS, currently in 13th. There's Shockshaft. You're hoping for a better time than that. I'm amazed him and Afcape are not working together here. Where is Afcape on the track right now? Yeah, amazing stuff. Teammates not working together there. And good evening to you, Afcape. Shockshaft goes back to the pits. He's 15th and last. I think Rocket JP couldn't make it back in time. Boy Raxado to complete his next lap. Across the line, he takes pole position away now from from Adam Morris. Good stuff from him. AMH just finished it in 4th. That's Rd4 going in the pit lane. Sandwalk's finished his lap. There's the last minute stragglers. Here comes Yorkshire Stig. We're looking to improve on that 14th place. Up over the crest into this open hairpin right we come. The 32 machine, part of the SB Racing squad. And he goes 12th, a brilliant lap from Yorkshire Stig there. 4.5 seconds off, but remember the top guys, both Slick Chuka boys would have had good momentum from drafting. They always work together. And Shadowstalker makes his way up into 13th to end the session. Afcape in 11, that's a good effort from him. There's Sandwalk, he's up into 9th. Radovan, a good top 5 qualifying there for the number 2 car. So, confirmation of qualifying then. Boyraxa takes pole position again from Adam Morris, Gaza 123, AMH Racing, Radovan, Jamie FL30, RS Jim 77, Fraser, Sandok 3, Prosser, Afcape, Yorkshire Stig, Shadowstalker DBS, Cop Marco, Shockshaft 15th, and I believe Rocket JP couldn't get back in time to qualify or race, for that matter. So we're lining up here waiting for the synchronization to happen and also the lights to go green. Obviously, prior to this, a notebook was released for this round. Very interesting. I think if you haven't watched it, it is on the channel. It's so I would recommend you go and watch it after this. Basically, all the notebooks I discuss what happens in each race, give you a bit of a highlights reel almost in a podcast form, and also get some of the drivers' opinions after the races. Yeah, I've gave it green there to cooperate with the teammates and try and get a better qualifying position. Around here, the straights are big and drafting is going to be a big thing. I mean, one of the things I said in the notebook came from Boyraxa actually was he didn't know how this was going to play out because of the drafting around here. He basically turned around and said, anything can happen. Absolutely anything. And yeah, definitely wanted about a second quicker. And I think that was that on the full circuit F-Cape, or was that on the short one only? Because if that was only on the short one, that's worth about 2 seconds maybe around the main one. Oh, and Sandwalk 3 is disconnected. We're down to 12. Afcape is disconnected as well. And so is Prosser. So we're down to 12 at the start of this race. See the gaps on the grid as we get green. And off the start line, that's an amazing start from Boyraxa there. Gaza's had a good effort. He's up alongside Adam Morris. AMH looking down the inside now, the pair of them. Down towards turn 1 for the first time of 5, and that is Jim taking out a board. 50 points to him. As we head down through to turn number 3. And Gaza stays ahead of Jamie, but it's a perfect start from the championship leader, and AMH goes wide. Gaza, Jamie and Adam all looking to go through. Into turn 5 they come. And Adam Morris down the inside of AMH, and RSM looking to get involved down the inside. Up to turn 6, then we come, the left-hander. Into turn 7. And Adam Morris still ahead of AMH Racing though. AMH with the light gone though. Jamie running a bit wide out of 7 as we come down to 8. It's a bad start really for Radovan that. Down to 7th after qualifying in 5th. But he goes down the inside of RS Jim. at turn 9, and he's made that stick. That's a brilliant move from the number 2 man of the GX team. Jamie's now getting overtaken by Adam Morris around the outside. We're going to the final corner for the first time of 5. Adam still looking around the outside. Jamie's not giving him an inch of room. He's looking literally at Ginetta space, but here comes AMH with the slipstream. This is how powerful it is. He could be able to go up 2 positions here as they go 3 wide down the main straight and into turn 1. 3 wide they still are, and AMH will go up into 3rd place. Adam Morris still lingering on the outside of Jamie, and he's gone wide, and Jamie up the inside of AMH now to come up to turn number 3. They hit the brakes. Into turn 3 they come, side by side. They're still side by side going into turn 4. Oh, and Adam Morris has tried to get a good run out of that. It's not quite worked, but he has got past Jamie, and Rd4 now up into 5th. And there goes RS Jim. Jamie's lost a lot of ground doing that. And oh my word, who is that? That looked like Adam Morris and Rd4 having a tangle. I'd like to know what happened there. But there's Gaza in 2nd, but Moirax are currently in 1st. Head back into the battle in. There's AMH in 3rd. Jim is in 4th. Rd4 is 5th. That is Jamie now looking at the outside of Fraser as we come through. I think this is turn 7. There's 8 into 9. Can't quite keep it around the outside. Through 10 and up to 11 for the second time of 5. On board with Jamie FL30 now down the main straight. He's again lost ground. Yorkshire Stig not close enough behind. Where's Adam Morris is looking for a move though. Down towards turn 1. That's also Rd4 looking at RS Jim up ahead. There's Adam Morris going through on Yorkshire Stig now. Yorkshire Stig look to fight back through the second part of turn 2. It's not quite working, so go into turn 3. Rd4 up a position though into 4th. He's had a good reply since that bad start. We've had 4 people disconnect before the race. So very unfortunate for those 4. Cape, Sandrock. And that is Jamie looking on down the inside of Fraser for 6th place. So turn 5 into 6, up towards 7. And Jamie's going to have that completed. A good move from the host. No one at the front really battling it out. There's Rd4. Still with Jim behind him. Both the reliable rooftop guys doing a good job together. Adam Morris on his own. There's Yorkshire Stig. There's Shockshaft currently in 10th for the on the grass racing boys. There's Shadowstalker and Cop Marco currently in last in that 12th place. But back up now to 4th. And there's RS Jim. On board with RS Jim then as we go through the final corner. Down the main straight now. Let's see how much slipstream we get then down the main straight with these cars. Remains. RS's not keeping it tucked in behind. Not as much slipstream that for RS Jim. Into turn number 1, into 2. That's AMH running really wide through turn 2 there. Jim really look, that's Adam Morris now passed on Fraser. So he moves up into 7th and he's right on the tail of Jamie FL30 right now. 2 good battles to be watching here. Here comes Adam Morris, he really is gaining. That's RS Jim looking down the inside of Rd4. Oh, and a collision. And that's AMH spinning as well. Jamie spun it. We're all having spins. That's a mass exodus of spinning. Oh, and that's Fraser around again. That was absolute carnage, folks. RS Jim letting people past. Really unfortunate that. Radovan looking like he's trying to get a switchback or something. Either that or RS Jim just going far too deep into the corner. Jamie up into 5th. And he just gets tagged on the back end, and that puts him round. But the battle at the front is starting to come together now for the final lap. Only half a second, and Gaza is looking quick. Took 0.2 out of Boyrax from the last one, but now he's half a second in. Could start getting a good slipstream here. We've got this trio here, Jamie FL30, AMH, and Yorkshire Stig. All looking in a line right now as they come into turn 1. AMH looking around the outside of Jamie FL30 into turn 1. Up to turn 2 and up now towards turn 3. Through turn 4. Down the back straight now to turn 5. This hairpin right. So no names for Dubai, unfortunately. It's literally just turn numbers. But here comes AMH closing at a rate of knots now. Looks to the outside of turn number 5. This hairpin right. The complete mass exodus was spinning. Through turn 6 and up towards turn number 7 for the final time. There's Shockshaft now trying to keep behind Fraser. Fraser's got the inside now though for turn 7. He's going to go down the inside. And that is Fraser through. And Shockshaft down to 9th. All of us, Fraser spun it. Wow. People spinning left, right and centre in this race at the moment. Now here comes Shadow Stalker to pick up another place maybe. But we go to the front where Boyraxa will take the win here at Dubai. Followed by Gaza, followed by Radovan 80 here in 3rd place. Good podium for the Czech driver. Adam Morris comes home in 4th. Jamie FL30 will hang on to 5th place. AMH will come home in 6th. There's Yorkshire Stig in 7th. Good result from him. Shockshaft, a fantastic 8th place. I think AFCAPE will agree with me on that one. Goes across the line, and RS Jim 9th. Here comes Fraser to pick up 10th with Shadow Stalker in 11th, and Cop Marco comes home in 12th. So, confirmation then that Boyraxa will take the win from Gaza, Radovan 80, Adam Morris, Jamie FL30, AMH Racing, Yorkshire Stig, Shockshaft, Jim, Fraser, Shadow Stalker DBS, and Cop Marco will be 12th and last. So, let me just get some of the drivers in. Right, Boy Rexa, Adam Morris, and where is he? Fraser? So we're going to have a bit of an interview now with a few of the drivers. Good evening, Fraser. How are you, mate? Evening, Benji.
Hello.
Right, have I got an invite to the next one? Yes, I have. So we'll start off with you, Benji. Another win from pole position. You kind of made it look a little bit easy.
Yeah. I think the most important part of that race was the start. It's a long run down to turn one. I nailed the start, and guys caught up in the slipstream, but once he got to about a half second back, he didn't seem to catch up anymore. So just try not to put any feet wrong and brought it home for the win again.
Obviously, you were very unaware of the funny happenings behind us. Fraser can probably recall from about lap 3, wasn't it, Fraser? Everyone decided to go for a spinning trick. No, definitely. It's very enjoyable to watch when all of that kicked off. Though you did make a good stride back, really, from it. From any mistakes you did. So I take it, Fraser, you'll be looking for pole position then in the next qualifying with the top 5. Benji, how easy do you think it's going to be to make up positions around here then, from the back?
It's in turn. It's slipstream is going to be such a big part of this race that even if you overtake someone, they're going to overtake you down the next straight. So making passes might be easy, but staying ahead is another thing.
Fair enough. Well, I'll let you boys go back to your own lobbies of party chat or whatever and get ready for race 2. Thank you for joining me. So race 2, as you can see on the screen, is 20 laps around this Dubai Autodrome International layout, and the top 5 from the last race cannot qualify. So no qualifying for the top 5. Which makes it interesting because now means anyone can put it on pole and anyone can still win this next race. we await this second qualifying session to get underway. And the top 5 who will not qualify is Boyraxa, Adam Morris, Gazza123, Radovan 80 and Jimmy 430. Seems as though Fraser forgot to allow voice party chat on. Basically, for everyone who didn't hear him, he said he found it quite funny for everyone to spun, and he's just enjoying the league. A lot of fast people in it, and he'll be hoping for pole position for the second race. So as people head up to the track for the next time for their outlap, so let's leave them to do it for the minute. And I forget, you're definitely correct there. You couldn't hear him on the video. That's quite amusing. But we continue on for the second qualifying session here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars on track. At the moment. Now we've got a few more, apart from the top 5 from race number 1. I believe, although, as people big starts their laps. You watch Yorkshire Stig then coming through the circuit at the moment. You get the map up. He's coming up turn number 5. Down towards turn 6. Through turn 7 for Yorkshire State, It looks really slow because it's a really wide circuit for these cars. But we're still waiting for the first set of times. RS Jim, he's a good favourite for pole position around here. The key thing here really is, where is Shock Shaft? There's Shock Shaft. Where's Half Cape? Have they taken the advice? No, they haven't. They're not together on the circuit. But we got a Shock Shaft. Where is Half Cape on the circuit at the moment? Where is he on my leaderboard? He's up there in second place. He's at a 152.063 as he comes down to turn 1 on a slowdown lap. In fact, a very slow down lap. Maybe just cooling off the tyres, ready for another lap, but he's going to have to be careful. Of course, AMH didn't get a top 5, he's there. 151.009. Prosser there with a 152.5. Yorkshire Stig 155, beaten by Rocket JP with a 153.3. Yorkshire Stig is in 5th. No, Cop Marco now in 5th with 155.1. In Laser's old colour scheme. Guys, I can't qualify. There's RS Jim coming up to the last corner now, with Fraser right behind him. Across the line for Jim. Fraser 6th. RS Jim in 2nd place. 28 thousandths of a second behind AMH. That is how tight this is. Who is... Oh, blimey, the on-the-grass racing team have found each other. They are now slipstreaming each other. This is going to be really good for the pair here, working together as a unit, try and get as high up, because we know Half Cape has some phenomenal starts in that number 24 machine. I think he is quicker than Shockshaft as well around here, so he could help drag Shockshaft along for a better lap time. But what can Shockshaft do time-wise on his first run? Goes 154.1, puts him in 8th place at the moment. And AMH has put in an absolute cracking time of a 150.5. There's Prosser in 3rd, he's doing well. There's Sandwalk 3, Half Cape in 5th. Rocket JP on his debut here in the Ginettas, he is currently in 6th with a 152.2. It's tight, times are really tight here between 3rd place and 7th here. Really tight times. Fraser, that's not a legitimate time. Well, I say not legitimate, it is a legitimate time. Just not right for him. As he flings it into turn 11. Across the line he comes. Only 8th though. Maybe that is the true pace of Fraser around here. AMH saying in some of the questions we asked the drivers after the race that this used to be his hunting ground in the past. So maybe this could be the time he finally gets a win this season in the Ginettas. It'll be a long time coming, but I think he'll deserve it. And 1 minute 39 then remaining in the session. Here comes Half Cape to finish another lap. What does he do? can't go any faster. I think he kind of lost the slipstream from Shockshaft a little bit there. Fraser, he's got to go quicker than this. Down to turn number 9. Would apologise if you think the corners numbers are different, but this is the way I'm doing them as we go into turn 10 and up towards turn 11 with Fraser. Across the line, and that's better from Fraser. A 150.8. That is the times we come to expect from the Renault Esports finalist. Yorkshire Stig has finished his qualifying. He's gone back to the pits. We watch Af Cape now as he goes through turn number 7 and down to 8 and 9. Almost loses the back end, but saves it. That's a really good drive in that from Af Cape as we come through turn 10 and up towards turn 11. And into the warning exit, he's confirmed the curse of the commentator. Congratulations, good sir. Sandwalk 3, there he is. Who's that in front of him? That's Prosser. Rocket JP, that's what Shadow Stalker ahead of him. Stays in 10th. Rocket JP goes up into 7th in front of Af Cape. Prosser, who's that? This is not Shadow Stalker. Who is that coming through? No idea. Who is cross? Oh, that might be MH actually. Nope. Sandwalk. There comes Prosser. Yeah, I don't know who he is actually. Oh, that was Scott Marco. They were all over the shop. I think that was Sandwalk's just come over the line. It was coming in 3rd. And there's Prosser. Can he go faster than 6th place? The answer is no, he can't. And so is AMH to finish up qualifying. He doesn't go any faster, but RS Jim was really, really close to him. 77 thousandths of a second. Incredible stuff from these boys at NXTGEN. But there is your pole man. AMH Racing with a 150.2. So confirmation, AMH does take pole position from RS Jim 77, Sandwalk 3 3rd, Fraser 4th, Shockshaft 5th, Prosser 6th, Rocket JP comes 7th, Af Cape in 8th, Cop Marco 9th, Shadowstalker DBS 10th, Yorkshire Stig 11th, Gaza is 12th, Adam Morris 13th, Boy Rex 14th, Raidervan 15th, and Jamie F30 16th and last, after not being able to qualify. So we await now the syncing of the cars whilst they do last minute adjustments to fuel, tyres, pressures and general setup. Normally you don't change much of your setup, but if you feel you need to, then you need to. So here we go then. We sink in for race 2, round 4, the 8th race of 24, and we are green here at Dubai for the second time tonight. One of 20 laps has been started. That's a great start from AMH. And that's RSGym not being able to do much about it. There's our Mach 3, the crowd of boy racks are up to 10th already. And it is getting crowded into turn 1. Are we almost looking at 4 wide, but 3 wide through turn 1. Into turn 2 now. Boy ranks are moving up the field. He is up now into 9th place. As we now come into turn 3s and 4. He's on the outside of AFK. Turns it to the inside. He'll go a place. And both of them will look to make up places at Prosser and Shockshaft. Each have issues. There's Rocket JP in the number 12 car? A 10 car? I don't know which number it is, but they look like they're teammates for this. And there goes. Oh, a bit of a tap, bit of a bump. Who was that? They all get through there, just about though. Here's Rocket JP. AMH now with almost a second gap. The two Boyracks are down the inside of Rocket JP, and that's a fantastic move. As we look further behind, we got Adam Morris looking at Prosser. And Afcape having to hold off Jamie FL30 now as we come down towards turn 8 and 9. Good slipstream that from Afcape down, but can't do anything with it. He's got a Snake Chuka motorsport car there. Oh, he looked for a switchback as Jamie now goes up the inside of Adam Morris now for 8th position. Can't quite do it though. Boy, Raxa, what an opening lap he has had, up into 5th place. Fantastic stuff from the defending champion and current championship leader. But we look back further behind. Afki runs a bit wide. He's got to go careful because Gaza is right there. Look on board with Gaza. Look at the battle ahead of us. Down to turn 1 we come. Adam Morris on the inside of Prosser there, up ahead. Oh, and a tap there between Afcape and Gaza. Afcape going a bit wide. I think Afcape didn't quite notice Gaza was there. Into turn 3 then, and Adam Morris has completed the move on NGR Prosser. Now Jamie looking for a good run coming out of turn number 4. He's gaining. He's gaining. He looks to the inside now at the number 11 machine. Hits the brakes for turn number 5. And he hasn't... Has he got that done? Yes, he has. And now Afcape looking around the outside. And Prosser loses out on 2 places. And now here comes Gaz looking up the inside of turn number 7. Oh, and that's Afcape round. My word. He's not having a good night. But Gaz are there and looking... Now down the inside of turn number 9, Gaza123 looking to overtake NGR Prosser here for that 9th place, and he has done so. A good move. Rocket JP has lost out now to Adam Morris as we come through turn 10 and now into turn 11. He's going to have Jamie on his tail. Down the main straight we go. AMH still leads by 1.1 here on lap number 2. Remember, everyone must pit 4 tyres. And if I was a driver and the pit stop didn't work, if anyone was pitted around me, I'd make sure I'd go out behind them. Even if you only had 2 tyres changed or no tyres changed, as Rocket JP goes really wide through turn 1, now turn 2, and Jamie's up the inside. Coming into turn number 3 we go then. He brakes a bit later. Oh, and contact into turn 3. Jamie having to cut the corner at turn number 3. We'll have to wait up to make sure he doesn't gain an advantage. But a very bold move that from Rocket JP, and here comes Gaza to pick up the pieces. 3 wide, Ip into turn number 5. Oh, and it's a bit of carnage. That's Adam That's a crosser there. Rocket JP is rather all over the shop right now. Touch of contact into turn number 5. With a little bit of carnage, but Gazanauer still right on him. Jamie the biggest loser there, he's down in 11th place now. Down towards turn 9 they come, and Gaza leaps it down the inside, no questions asked. Door was open and he absolutely stuffed his foot there. Great move from Gaza123. Finishes it around the outside of turn 10. Rocket JP almost losing the back end there by the looks of it, though he has gone down the inside of Gaz, and collision made again. T-bones. This is carnage of the highest order. This is why we love Ginetta Juniors, people. Back on in the front, Boyraxa has gone up into 3rd now. Sandwalk is 4th with NGR Fraser in 5th. Adam Morris gradually catching up there in 6th place. There's Jamie with NGR Prosser, and a bit of a tap now through turn 3, and again Jamie has been forced over to the inside of turn number 4. Just the slightest tap and it sends the car off. But here comes Radovan up the inside, maybe a Prosser. Thinks better of it though. Yorkshire Stick, a bit quiet there, he's in 10th. I believe Afcape has pitted, yes he has. Early pit stop then for Afcape, looking to maybe undercut a few people. There is Shadowstalker in 14th, there's Gaz currently in 13th, and again off the road. And very much with Rocket JP. On board with Rocket JP as we look at Shockshaft now, coming down towards turn number 8 and 9. Oh, and that's not good from Rocket JP. He cannot claim that. He cannot have that one. That, I think, will be off to the stewards. A very late break into the back of Shockshaft, and that has caused him to go absolutely plummeting down the order. Down to turn number 1 for the 5th time. Boyraxa has got past Cyrus Jim. Rocket JP looking down the inside of Gaz. Gaz has spotted him. He's gone in really deep. Gaz not happy with that at all. Oh, he's lost the back end. Gaz nowhere to go. Into the side of him. Now Rocket JP has no more headlights. Gonna have cut Marco behind him soon. Looking at the front though, Boyraxa now up into 2nd. He's had a phenomenal race from the back here. He's 1.2 behind AMH, but that was all with slipstream under his times. He no longer has that slipstream. Up towards turn number 11 for the 5th time then for the leaders. Remember that blue dot on the map is Afcape. He is already pitted. And Rocket JP is upside down. That is game over for Rocket JP. He's on his roof, out of the race. Game over. Jamie F430 comes into the pits. He's the first one to blink of the front runners. Where does this put him out? In consideration to AMH. Oh, who's this in the pits as well? That's Cotton Marco. Here comes Fraser in 6th place at the moment, through turn 5. And they'll go past the... Has Rocket JP actually... Yes, Rocket JP has got going again. Someone must have kindly tapped him then. Or he's reset. But he's looking to race, and blue flag conditions. He's gone really wide. He almost wiped out the leader then. He's got to go careful with this as Rocket JP. No lights at all on that car. AMH has gone to the inside. That looked like a bit of a half spin, and Boy Rex has taken full advantage of that. And that is from 0 to hero stuff from Boy Rex from the back of the grid to the front of the pack. A brilliant race from him. Rocket JP goes really wide again through turn number 2. RS Jim has Sandwalk for company. He's not alone. And Sandwalk is looking around the outside now. Coming up to turn number 3. He's got that done in the number 17 Emochi car. Fantastic stuff from Sandwalk 3. And is that Adam Morris looking down the inside of RS Jim? Yes, it is. Does he go through on turn 5, lap 7? Yes, he does. Up to 4th place then for Adam Morris. Down to 5th for RS Jim. And Rocket JP, under blue flag conditions, has run into Sandwalk. He's not going to be happy with that. RS Jim flashing his lights at him. Oh, that's second in the championship. He's gone through some boards as well. As the leaders keep coming through right now. Sandwalk loses that 4th place. Oh, my word. I have a feeling something happened there. Into the final corner comes Rocket JP. There goes Radovan on the inside. He's having a quiet race there in 7th place. But back to the leaders, and AMH is only 3/10 behind Boy Rexa. And closing with that slipstream down the back straight up towards turn 5. RS Jim down to 6th now. Up to turn number 7. Oh, a bit sideways from Boy Rexa. AMH has got a run now, coming out of turn 7 towards turn 8 and 9. Can he make this count? He's going to be on the outside for both corners. Doesn't need to get there though, he's done it already. AMH retakes the lead here on lap number 8. Fantastic stuff here from the leaders, but Boy Rexa, oh, he had a thought about the inside. He still does go the inside. He'll look for a better run through turn number 10. Does he get it? Yes, he does get a fantastic run out of turn 10. Into turn 11, side by side to the final corner. AMH will not want to give this up at all. He wants a win. All he wants is just to win a race. tonight. He's finished outside the top 5 in race 1. They're side by side coming up to turn number 1. Through turn 2, and Boyrax has a good run out of turn 2. Up towards turn 3 we come. Boyrax breaks a bit early, looks for a switch back. Just tries to switch it back again. Isn't going to work. AMH still has the lead coming up to turn number 5. They hit the brakes soon. Massive back straight this is. AMH guarding the inside like his life depends on it, as Boyrax sent round the long way, doesn't fancy it. Up towards turn 6. All this battling is allowing Adam Morris and Sandwalk to catch up. Up to turn 7 for the 9th time of 20 here. Any other battles going on? Let's have a look down the order. Gaza and Yorkshire Stig are about a second between them. Jamie and Cop Marco. Jamie up into 13th right now. But the battle is with the leaders. AMH and Boyrax. Oh, and AMH goes into the pit lane before Boyrax does. This is going to be a really good indication of how long a pit stop takes. There's Adam Morris, Sandwalk behind him. There's Fraser currently in 4th. There's RS Jim in 5th. Raider Van 80 is up into 6th now. Gazo123 has come in the pits as well. There goes NGR Prosser. In at 7th now. Yorkshire Stig is in 8th. AMH on his way out now of the building. Of the pit lane. Comes out now of the pits. It's the throttle. He's going to get overtaken by Shockshaft. Wait for the time to sort itself out to the leader. 46 seconds. So it's around a 45-second pit stop then. And Gazza's just served his. Jamie ahead of him, so that's all good. Shadow Stalker DBS currently in the pit lane now. What does Boyrax comes in, followed by his teammate. The Snukchuka Motorsport guys are in. Right, let's keep an eye then on AMH Racing. He's currently going through turn number 6 up towards turn 7. He has Shockshaft in front of him, which might help him with a bit of slipstream here. The top 5 are in. Radovan stays out though. So Radovan will lead this race. Shockshaft, AMH has passed him. Turn 10. It's up towards turn 11. The Snukchuka guy still in the pit box. The race at the pit lane. Here comes AMH round the final corner. Oh, Fraser, a very good pit stop from his guys. Here comes AMH. It's going to be tight between him and Boyrax as we come into turn 1. But AMH has lost out to Boyrax. Yes, I think Fraser had 2 tyres changed only. And he served his own penalty for that. He has waited for the last man to go out, pretty much. Very clever idea from Fraser. I think that is very rewarding and good, very good sportsmanship there from Fraser. As now AMH is looking at Boyraxa for that win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very crucial for AMH. He wants to win this race. He wants to win a race in the Ginettas. He's looking around the outside of turn 7. He's not going to do it there. He'll look for a good run though. He does have a good run coming out of turn 7 down towards turn 8. Last time he didn't need to get to turn 8 though. Looks like he's going to have to use the corners. Through turn 8 they go, side by side up towards turn 9. Brakes earlier. He's going to look to straighten the corner up. On the throttle early. Trying to use the slipstream along with it here as we come down to the final corner. Rocket JP now in the pit lane. Radovan also in the pits. So this is your battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. AMH Racing, Boyraxa 14. Here we go. 9 laps left to run here at Dubai International. AMH looks to the outside to get a better run up towards through turn 2. He's going to get that better run. Which side can he get on though? He's going to look to the outside. Break a bit early. Try and get a good run. Equal between the two there. As we come up towards turn 5 for the 12th time of 20. AMH right on the back bumper. There's Rocket GP. Don't want to see him. I want to see the battle for the lead here. On board with AMH on the bumper cam as we come up towards turn number 6 for the 12th time. Down towards turn 8 and 9. AMH still on the tail now of Boyraxa as we ride along here. Look, a bit skittish there through turn 9. He will get a good run out though. Down to turn 11, the final turn. See the difference in lines. Trying to get a better line out for AMH, and he's got a good run again. He'll only be offered though. Yes, look at that, Benji. Boyraxa, otherwise known as Benji, hugging that inside wall to protect it. AMH has got his nose ahead into turn 1. He's not going to have it during turn 1. He's going to stay side by side though. Oh, he's caught the curb, he's run a bit wide. And all his good work undone. But luckily, he's not lost too much time as they go through turn 3 and 4. Cop Marco now in the pit lane. Up towards turn number 7 now for the leading pair. Whilst that's going on, we've got another good battle here for the middle of the pack. 8th position is under threat for Gaza. Jamie's on his tail as they go through turn number 6 and up towards 7. AMH though, side by side into turn 9, and he's lost the rear end a little bit, but he has actually, that has kind of helped him out a bit. He's not got a bad run coming out of turn 9 through turn 10 up towards turn 11 we come then. Just 7 laps now remain of this Dubai International feature race for the Ginetta GT5 Juniors, sponsored by Emily Linscott, who does do the actual Ginetta Juniors as part of the British Touring Car package. So very exciting really to have a real life driver supporting this championship. He's been there and is doing it, but here comes AMH through turn number 2. On the outside for turn 3 now. Through turn 4, and AMH still can't quite get there. You go down the back straight towards turn number 5. Jamie and Gaz still at it as they come through turn 2. Radovan slowly getting dragged into this battle. And that's Fraser who's got Radovan on his tail, so this could end up being a battle for 6th place, which would be phenomenal to see, as here comes Radovan down the inside now. Fraser coming into turn number 5. Fraser's seen him. Try and hang it round out there, but won't survive. Radovan moves up into 6th place, a fantastic move from him. Oh, late braking from Gaz, he had to pull out of that one. That's going to give Jamie an opportunity now, going down towards turn 8 and 9, where the slipstream is strong here. Oh, and AMH and Boyrax are still going at it through the final corner of lap number 14. Got a camera I don't normally use, chase camera. But that looks like AMH has got that done going into turn 1. Finally he's got to the inside of that main straight. They hit the brakes into turn 1. AMH flings the car in, he catches the curve, he's gone ridiculously wide. He'll keep his foot absolutely planted, but he's lost a lot of time. He has lost a lot of time doing that. He's now 6/10 behind Boyraxa. He finally had the inside, he just couldn't get the car turned in enough. And now he's got to pull back that time. And Fraser has been passed by Gaza and Jamie. Just off camera obviously, but not what he would have wanted. And now Radovan is going to come under threat from Gaza and Jamie. This pair unusually working together. So Gaza, a privateer in this championship. Part of the Independence Trophy, you could always say. Now into turn number 7. And a bit wide that from Radovan. He's going to have pressure going into turn 8 and 9 from Gaza. Jamie looking all over the shop for maybe a gap on anyone as they go into turn number 9. Gaza looking up the inside maybe. He does have a good look. He can't quite do it. Can he get a run through turn 10? No, he's going to have a good run out of turn 11 though with the slipstream. And go through the final turn on lap 15 of 20. Down the main straight we come. And Gaza doesn't quite have enough of a run here. He's gaining miles an hour down this straight, but not enough. And here goes Gaza up the inside now. Radovan through turn 2. That'll give him the outside for turn 3. Expect he'll break a bit earlier. Try and switch back in. Oh, and a brilliant bit of defending from Radovan. Just slightly parking the car on the apex. Not by a lot, but by enough. That Gaza has to think twice about trying to put the throttle back in. Oh, and something's happened to AMH. He has either spun or something, because he's now lost position to Adam Morris. He's now a Snukchuka Motorsport 1-2. Seems to be a regular occurrence with AOH. Good position and just makes a tiny mistake. That turns it into a catastrophic one for time. And Gaza has finally got past. He just caught the last bits of that. Gaza 1, 2, 3 up into 6 on Radovan, and good overtake on the inside of turn number 7. There on lap number 16. Down into turn number 9. See Jamie in the background. Through the final turn they come. And Gaza not really had a brilliant run, but Jamie's on the inside of Radovan. Coming out of turn 2. Can't quite get there though. Look for a run out of turn 4. Up towards turn number 5. They're still very close to 3. Oh, Radovan pokes his nose down the inside of Gaza. Poked his nose, got in through there. I think a bit of contact. I thought Gaza had to suddenly move out of the way. Suddenly realised he had a number 2 Ginetta down the inside of him. And here comes Jamie through turn number 7. So Jamie now makes up 2 places and goes into 6th place. Down towards turn 9 we come. Oh, and Gaz had a thought about a little dive bomb into turn 9. Wasn't going to work, and Radovan had a good run on Jamie coming out of turn 9, but is it enough? No, but Gaz is down on the inside of turn 10. Up towards turn 11 then for the 17th time of 20. Hey, mate just lost another position, another mistake from him. But back to this battle. Gaza down the inside of Radovan for turn 1. The Czech team versus the privateer. And that's incredible. Gaza can't have the pace on the straight line, but he definitely has the pace through the corner. Through turn 1, up through turn 2. What a bit of wheel rubbing there. We come up towards turn 3. And turn 4 side by side. Fantastic racing between these two. Radovan a bit wide. Keeps the foot in though. I think fair game on that one between those two. But Gaza's car does not have the pace of everyone else's around him. Down the straight he is like a sitting duck. But this man, a fantastic drive so far. In 3rd place, Sandwalk 3. He'll even admit he's not the fastest driver there, but he's very consistent in what he does, and 3rd place so far is very, very good. As we head back to this battle, onto the bonnet cam then of Gaza 1, 2, 3 that we have available. You see we're losing time down that straight through the corners. Very, very good through the corners for Gaza's car. Up now to the final corner. And have a look at this. Look at Radovan's car pull away. I know he might be getting a bit of slipstream from Jamie, but Gaza should get then double slipstream. Into turn 1. Through turn 2. Jamie's gone off really wide. luckily come back on in front of this battle. As this is happening, we've also have AMH and RS Gym just up the road there. You can see they're closing in, this little group. As Rocket JP is now back in the pit lane for some reason. Technical or something, I don't know. But Gaza 1, 2, 3. Oh, very, very late on the brake, going into turn 7. Literally right up the chuff of Radovan. RS Gym is gradually being sucked back into this battle here. Without a doubt, it's going to get interesting. Down to turn number 9. Again, Gaza closes up into the corner. Jamie now has the help of his teammate to get a bit of slipstream off of. And Gaza behind, looking down the inside of the final turn. He goes down the inside. Gives the room. And is about to get mugged down the straight again. There we go. You know what an AMH is, livery. Nobody's in Liam at Thursday's livery. But yet again, Gaza's top speed, the straight line speed of his Ginetta, just not good enough. He is on the bumper of Radovan through there though. It's meaning that, oh my word, Jamie round. Jamie into the wall. Bunny hops off the wall. And Jamie into 8th place. A mistake from him then during this nighttime race. There's AMH, there's RS Gym, and he's got Gaza down the inside of him. And Gaza then goes straight back down into 7th place. But they're still fighting, these two. It is brilliant to watch. Gaza around the outside at the moment. He's going to stick it around the outside of... Oh, and that is AMH has gone round again. He's now down into 8th. It's been a complete and utter shocker to the end of this race for him. Running so well with Boyraxa. But now Gaza now looking down the inside of RS Gym, and we forgot to see it, but Boyraxa has crossed the line. There he is for the win. Brilliant 21 laps from him. There's Afkip or someone there. I think it's Afkip. Yep, I can cross the line. Adam Morris in 2nd. Sandwalk 3, a brilliant, brilliant 3rd place. Yes, Rocket JP there. Here comes RS Gym across the line for 4th. Radovan 5th. Gaz 6th. Jamie F430 comes home in 7th. Here comes the AMH Racing. He's in 8th. He'll be disappointed with that, I can guarantee you. Fraser seems quite happy with the 9th. NGR Prosser on his debut comes home in 10th. Good debut that from Prosser. Here comes Yorkshire Stig. He's running in 10th right now. Oh, it says 10th on there. That's because AMH is just disconnected. He's currently 11th. Across the line for 11th. A good result there from Yorkshire Stig. 12th this will be for Cop Marco. Again, stuck it out, get some points out of it. Shock Shaft, after being absolutely annihilated, comes home in 12th place. So the provisional results are as follows. Boyraxa takes his 7th win of 8 races, followed by Adam Morris, Sandwalk 3, RS Gym, Radovan, Gazo 123, Jamie F30, Fraser, NG. Well, then it should be AMH in 8th, Fraser, Prosser, Yorkshire Stig, Cop Marco, Shockshaft, Avcape, Shadowstalker, and Rocket JP at the back. So we'll just get some people in. So let's get a few players in here. Ah, hello again, Benji.
Hello.
Evening, Afcape.
Hello.
Waiting on the Dilla host. Ah, here he is. Evening, Jamie.
Hello. Good evening.
So we'll start off with you, Benji. 7 out of 8 races now. People, I think, are now getting bored. I think we need to add about 100 kilograms or more of ballast in your car.
Fair enough. Well, in race 2, got a pretty good start on lap 1. I made up a lot of positions, and then after that, I slowly picked them off and got up to the front with Andrew. Had a pretty big fight with him, and then he lost the rear end, and after that, it's mostly bring it home.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good battle really between you and AMH until something happened that we didn't see, like a spin or something.
He was coming out of the hairpin. He kind of like broke himself, so he tried to switch it back, get on the power as early as he could, and yeah, the rear end spun up and around he went.
Afcape, we'll come to you. Obviously, not ideal at the moment.
Nope. I don't know what's happening at the moment. I'm like really slow and spinning all the time, so I think I need to do a little more practice.
Yeah, they do say practice makes perfect. I mean, obviously, next round is Jamie. You should know this.
I know everything, me.
Yeah. Next round will be then.
Next round. Huh?
What
Sorry?
will next round is?
Monza. Monaco, sorry.
Yeah. See, so Monaco next round, half Cape.
Yeah.
You can't really spin round there.
No, we don't do anything around there.
Good response. Good response. Jamie, a fantastic battle in the mid pack there.
Yeah. Shame I was there. On a personal note, I'm a bit annoyed with certain driving standards tonight, and I shouldn't have been there. I moved up the field with Benji and Adam, and then got hit down. But where I was, I enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm not overly pleased.
No, I mean, but in general, obviously, the battle between you, Radovan, Gaz, Jim, I mean, it was spectacular to watch at the end, especially with the battle for the lead over with.
Yeah, it was what Ginetta's are about is, you know, it's a starting off thing, so to speak, or you can get, you know, it's all about the racecraft. It's all about the temps a lap. It's all about the slipstream. It's all about the being able to keep the speed in the corners, and that's what Ginetta's provide, and that's what I'm happy they provide, and that's what we try and put on every week, no matter where it is, whether it's at the front or at the back. It's Ginetta Racing.
Definitely, definitely. It's something we all enjoy is the tight racing of this. But Benji, coming back to you, your teammate is doing a very good job of backing your team up, isn't he?
Yeah, Adam's a consistent driver. He's always at the front. So we're able to score good points every week, which is good for the team's championship.
See, miles ahead in reality in the team championship, especially now with Liam not racing tonight for A&L.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty much now going to be Drivers' Championship is looking like, isn't it, to be decided?
Yeah. At the moment, it's just trying to get a couple of points in every race over Adam and Andrew and Jamie, which so far have been doing a decent job at.
But obviously now, moving on, round 5 is at the illustrious Duel of F1, Monte Carlo. We'll start with Benji. I want to know what your thoughts are on the track and what do you think we can expect around it?
Many deaths in the race too. GT5 is just not a bad track, it's got a nice flow to it. But trying to overtake is quite difficult, and when you have to overtake an entire field, it's going to be very interesting.
Avcade, your thoughts on Monte Carlo?
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult one. I think I need some practice. I have some time this week, so yeah, Monaco. I think everything can happen there.
Always good to have a bit of time to practice. Jamie, obviously
Yes.
you picked it. Why did you pick it? Is more the question for you, really.
First of all, I'll start with a personal note, and then I'll go into organiser mode. Personal mode. Last time we done it, I was battling for the lead, and I was taken out by a Sir Snake Chew, whatever their name is, guy. Not Benji, the other one. So I want to rematch on that and show him how it's done. But from organiser's point of view, Monaco is challenging. It's challenging in these cars, and it's going to separate the men from the boys.
That it will definitely do. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me after the race. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
No problem.
And obviously, the Duel of F1 awaits next week. Join us on Friday next week to find out who claims that duel. And also stay tuned for the notebook for this coming next week. But from me and the guys in the Ginettas and NXTGEN, we do thank you for watching tonight, and we hope you join us in the future for Monte Carlo for round 5 of the Ginetta GT5 Juniors, sponsored by Emily Linscott. Thank you for watching. Good night.